Good morning and welcome to the ride out. Today I'll be changing a clutch on a Kawasaki 2007 ER6. This will be the materials required, changing a clutch on an ER6 2007 motorcycle. As you can see, we've got the friction plates, the steel plates, we've got heavy duty clutch springs, and we've got the clutch cover gasket that needs to be replaced afterwards. Also, you're going to need the new oil. I've got just on one side. I'll get that out in a bit. And here we go. Okay, tools required to remove the outer casing clutching. You're going to need your 5mm Allen, a ratchet, a pig for the clutch housing itself, and a 8mm, it focuses, an 8mm socket for the housing, fresh oil. And the first thing here, so I'm going to move this cover so we can get to the actual lever. We'll take the cable off and then we'll start with the bolts around the outside and we'll go from there. Okay, as you can see there, I've taken out all the bolts, ready to go. Oil pan underneath to catch any excess oil that may be inside. What I've also done to help myself later on is I made a little diagram. As you can see, I've numbered all the bolts as where they are and where they went in the bike. So therefore I know later on whether to go back. It's always a good idea to do this. Makes it nice and easy. Okay, there we go, that's the cover removed. That's my cover down there. Not too bad, pretty clean actually. Better than what I thought it might have been. Got a bit of sludge and stuff down the bottom there, but it's good. Looks nice and clean, no metal fragments in there as we can see. Looks quite nice. I'll give that a nice clean up before I put the new seal on. You can see the old seal is up there at the moment, so we can peel this off as we do it. There we go. Lovely, it's come away nicely. Looks like they've used a bit of silicone seal on there as well. Let's get all that nice and cleaned up for the next phase. Okay, now I've cleaned all the seal, make sure there's all no dirt and debris in there. We can undo the bolts in here. They are a 10mm socket. Focuses, they are 10mm. Loosen them off, pull them all the way out as we go. Okay, as before, took a picture and a diagram of where the bolts will go that correspond to the two little circles on the left hand side. Make sure when everything returns back in the same order. Okay, now I'm going to remove the actual plate. Comes off. Check for the bearing in the middle. There we go. There we go. Nice and clean, good respect. There's no dirt or damage in there. Bit of oil, bit of wear and tear, but it's all good. Not bad for a 26,000 mile motorcycle. Individually inspect these plates now. As you can see, they are pretty worn out. But we'll inspect them a little bit better as they come off. I mean, when taking them off, must lay them exactly the same order as they came out. So when they go back in the same order, that makes it easier when you put the new plates in. Okay, that's the first plate. That one came out. That's the one I'm going to replace it with, just to show you the difference. You can see there's nice large groove patterns in there for the friction. And these ones are virtually all gone. There's probably twice the amount of pad thickness on that one that there is on this one, on the old one. Okay, it's taken out the, that's the first friction plate, the steel plate itself. And here's the new one to replace it with. You can see slight differences, not so much, but let's have a look at the thicknesses, see what the difference is on that. As you can see, the newer one's a lot thicker and less worn out. Okay, about 3 or 4 plates in, as you can see there. Now I've got to, as you can see now where the heat really gets them now. You can see the discoloration in heat as it's changed to more of a darker colour instead of a silver. It's normal with these sort of clutch plates as it goes on. So I got carried away with putting everything back together, so you can see all the plates are out. Relatively damaged and worn out as they are for a 26,000 mileage clutch. So he's putting the new ones in now. There's the new plates, there's the new frictions. Most of it's done now, going in nice and lubricated up. Should be done in the next few minutes. There's it fully assembled now. Now I'm going to put the cover back on. Exactly how I found it. Also going to fit brand new heavy duty springs going in. One more. Excellent, all on there nicely, that's well done. Now it comes into the fact that I'm going to put my bolts back in, so you can know before, let's put the bolts back in, and we go back in there. Okay, when tightening these bolts down, always use a star method, so there's a couple in here, a couple at the top, and at the bottom, side. Keeping it nice and even all the way around, 4 or 5 turns, lock them in and keep going to the nice and tight to the specified torque settings it was required. Okay, time to put the new gasket on. Now. What I like to do is I put a little bit of oil around the seal just to hold it in place a little bit. I don't use any other silicone sealants. You know you've got the little tabs here that inlays. Make sure it's on there nice and firmly. That's it. It's nice and sticky. A little bit of oil on it. It's going to help it stick anyway. And on the same for the outside there, so it goes all the way around. Put it back together. Okay, the case and the seal's back on. What I like to do as I go round, start fitting the bolts. I gently push in the seal, make sure it's in a nice tighted area. Like I said, I don't want it bulging out anywhere. Make sure it's in correctly. Make sure it's nice and smooth. It's not hanging out or squidged out or damaged anywhere as I'm going around before tightening it up. Okay, that's my cover and gasket fitted. Now I'm going to start tightening them up. I'm going to start with the bottom one here. Just nip it a little bit so it's nice and tight, and then move myself to the top. And I keep sort of changing direction from one side to the other, all the way around, making sure I get a equal tightness. I'm not over tightening each one as I go, just doing it nice and easy. At the time, as I'm going around back to the top, and keep doing this until I've done all the bolts equally, and then get up to the correct torque setting I require. So that's it, all in now, all tightened up, all in its place. No leakages outside. This bit is just where the gasket's been crushed slightly to come out. I was trying to keep it the best I could. Now I'm going to attach the clutch cable up the top and the bottom, and then take it for a test ride. Okay, sorry about the hair. It's because I just took the bike for a test ride. Here she is, running lovely. Adjusted the cables, set the clutch nice because it is brand new with heavy duty springs. A little bit more of a pull on it, but the uptake is absolutely lovely. It's fine. I'm going to keep it easy for a few days, let it wear in nicely, but it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions or anything you'd like to know about the Kawasaki ER6, give me a shout. If there's anything else you'd like me to see me do with the ER6, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Thanks very much.